Hello everyone. Sorry it's been a little while. Things are crazy. I'll explain more in a future video, but today I wanted to do a little tutorial for you guys, show you how I did my makeup for Pagliacci because it was not your standard stage makeup look. They specifically asked us to not use stage makeup, like the really thick and heavy Ben Nye products that we're used to using. They asked us to use regular street makeup and do no contouring that we normally do. The eyes they also wanted to keep very minimal. They wanted a neutral eyeshadow, if anything, a very thin eyeliner, no cat eye, and eyelashes were optional, which I was excited about because I don't really love to wear fake eyelashes, so given the option, I did not use them. For the cheeks, they wanted a very kind of pink corally kind of color, especially on the apples of the cheeks. The eyebrows for the 30s were certainly a much thinner brow. I didn't really do anything to thin out my brows. My eyebrows, I mean, they're not really thick, but I wouldn't say they're super thin either. They're kind of in between. And for stage looks, I want to make sure they're fairly prominent, if that makes sense. So I kind of did what I normally do for my eyebrows for this look, but I did use a different color than I usually do because I was wigged, and the wig color was lighter than my natural hair. It was more of a reddish auburn kind of color, so I tried to lighten up the color of my eyebrows to match that. And then with the lips, they wanted a really bright true cherry lip color, so I had a lot of fun experimenting with that because I usually do a darker color. So to start, I got a new foundation because the one I usually use on like a regular day-to-day basis doesn't have like the best coverage. I mean, I could have used it. They didn't want as heavy a coverage as stage makeup, but I still wanted a more fuller coverage to even out all the discoloration in my face that you can see right now. So I picked up the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer in their lightest shade because Lord knows I'm pale. And the shade worked really well for me. I'll show that as, you'll see that as I put it on. It has great coverage and it comes in a good variety of shades, and it was pretty affordable. I think it was around $12, which is a good price for me. Like I've said in my past makeup videos, I think I've only made one actually. My last makeup video, I like to shop at the drugstore. Like I don't get a lot of high-end makeup products, so I get excited when I could find a really good one at the drugstore. So anyway, I gave this a try and I was really pleased with it. So I will put this on as I did for the show. My contact decides to act up as I do this. Oh my gosh. But you can probably already see the difference, like the redness around my eyes and my nose is so easily covered up by this foundation. I was really pleased to see how easy it worked for me. So that is just the foundation. I'm sure I look like a ghost right now because, like I said, this is the palest color, but it matches my neck color pretty well, and I've covered up the majority of my redness and discoloration. So I was just really pleased with how well this covered, and I haven't even used my concealer yet. But I am gonna do that only because it's a show. Like, I want to be completely even, and there are just a couple spots that I like to have a little extra coverage, so particularly around my eyes, my nose, and any blemishes I'm dealing with. So I did pick up another new foundation as well, sorry, a new concealer as well, to try with my new foundation, something with a bit heavier coverage again, but was still a street makeup technically. So I picked up the Maybelline Concealer, and I was very pleased with how well it worked. It comes in a little tube. It's easy to apply and easy to blend. So I'm gonna do that. I'll be right back. And there you have it. And again, I don't think I mentioned it, but it's the lightest shade concealer because I'm a lightest shade kind of girl for most cases. Anyway, so next, to just set everything, I picked up the Revlon Color Stay Loose Powder in Translucent, and I'm just gonna cover my whole face in it. And then I just like to take a big fluffy brush and blend everything in my face just to make sure it's all set in well. Okay, so normally my next step would be to contour, but like I said, they specifically asked us not to do that. So next I'm gonna go straight for the cheeks. I picked up a new Covergirl Blush, a really cheap one. I think it's $3 or $4, in this like bright corally shade, which they had described and shown to us in pictures, since I don't really have a color like this in my other blushes. So I'm just gonna apply that all over the apples of my cheeks and work it up just a little bit into the cheekbone, since I'm not contouring. And those are the cheeks. I don't know how well you can see in this light, but you know, just a little pop of a corally pink. And next I'm gonna go for the eyebrows. Like I said before, I'm not really gonna thin them out, but I am doing a lighter color because of the color of the wig that I was given, just to sort of match that. So I'm using this lighter brown color, which comes across as more red in pictures or in real life too, once I have it on. Compared to the natural color of my brow, which is quite dark, it lightens it up significantly. And really this is just an eyeliner, like one of those kind of crayon texture ones. I don't get too fancy with eyebrow products because I don't need to do too much, frankly. I just fill it a little bit on the inside, shape it maybe a tad on the top, and extend the line a little bit at the bottom to make them longer is what I like to do for stage makeup. So that's really all I do. It's not too fancy. I don't know how well you can see the difference between these two brows, maybe just a tad with the coloring, but hopefully you can tell this is a lighter color than this one. So it just lightens up a little bit, but the change really isn't too dramatic. And once I have them both filled in, I like to set them a little bit with a clear, it's like a mascara, but it's intended for eyebrows. It looks a lot like an applicator gel. You can get these anywhere. This is a really old one that I've had for a long time. I don't even remember what brand it is, but you just apply it like a mascara practically, and just get the hairs in the direction you would like them to go, so you don't have to worry about them going in every which direction. Okay, so once I finish my brows, I move to the eyelids. Like they said, they wanted it to be pretty natural, so I just found a nice light shade of brown to put on my eyelids that went with my dress. And there you have it. It's really not too dramatic of a color. You probably can barely see it, but it's a little something that helps define my eyelid from my brow bone. And then once I finish that, I like to just take a little bit of a white and put that on the inner corners and underneath my eyebrows, just to help them brighten and pop a little bit. All right, so next I'm gonna do my eyeliner, and literally it's just gonna be the most delicate line above the top of my natural eyelashes. I'm not gonna wing it out. I'm not gonna accentuate my eye really in any way except kind of thicken my natural lash line. And for that I'm using a true black. And again, it is so nice not to have to wear fake eyelashes for once for a production. So curling them for me was definitely a must. I do it anyway, but without the fake eyelashes, curling them really does make a world of difference. So now I'll put on my mascara. Tried and true Covergirl. I absolutely love it. Use it for everything. I mean, look at the difference. One coat. I could go on for days about this product. I love it so much. All right, and that is with mascara. Looks pretty good, I think. And finally, we finish with the lips. First, make sure they're clean and moisturized, and then what I like to do for stage productions is use lip liner. This is like the only time I do it. So I picked up a really bright color red that suits and matches the lip color we're going for. So first I cover my entire lip with that, not just the outline, the whole lip. And that is my lips with just the lip liner. For my actual like lipstick, I tried a new product, a Stay Matte Liquid Lip Color by Rimmel London, and I really love how it worked. It works a lot like a lip gloss. It comes with a wand. You apply it like a lip gloss, but then it dries matte. So I think it has a very nice finish. And that is the finished look. A really bright pop of cherry red color lip. I just think it's really fun and really bright and happy. I've never had a red this bright. So this was a lot of fun to try something new. And despite how washed out I look right now, once the wig and everything was on together, it worked well on stage. Personally, like, it was hard for me not to be able to contour and add just a little bit more color to my face because I am so pale. But for the style of this production, I think it worked really well. And again, it's always fun to try something a little bit different, switch things up. So if you guys were looking for some 30s inspired looks, maybe this will help you, or if you need to do something similar for a production but are asked or trying not to use heavy stage makeup, hopefully this helps you. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you'd like to see more makeup tutorial videos like these. I know this is only my second one and it's nowhere near as good as the majority of makeup videos out there on YouTube, but I think it's important to share what I'm doing for stage productions, especially because you don't see as many of those videos out there. So I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments below. And as always, make sure you're subscribed so you can keep up with more videos like this one, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye.